Hadley, Massachusetts, and we're in the Holy Rosary Cemetery. It was made in the year 1926. It was made for the Post Excellence Group, and there was a Holy Rosary Church built in Hadley, and I think it was about the year 1909 or so. And this cemetery here is about half filled at this point. We're looking at the gates, which were donated by people whose names are inscribed in both pillars on the front of it. And you can go out there and look at those and get a sense of who the family that really supported this cemetery greatly. Now, this is the introduction to the cemetery, so we're going to point out the most important features of it. And to do that, we're going to have to point in a total of 5 more directions. So, you see the gates here. Now, if we point out, it's going to be in the direction of the sun, but it's not as important. That's where the modern section is, towards the west, or where the sun is, sun. Okay, now over in this section, towards the northwest, are the very oldest burials. The ones from the year 1926, 27, 28, 29. They're all in this little corner right here. There's no baby section in the cemetery, and there's also no potter's field. All right, and no apparent potter's field, and that's because the fraternal groups in this Polish cemetery were so strong that they didn't need those sections. All right, now as we look towards the mausoleum itself is from the year 1928, when Dmitry Waskiewicz died, and his daughter seems to have died that year too, and if I can guess the sense of it, or it might have been donated by her in that year, and she was a sister of Providence. And Victoria, the wife of Dmitry, died in 1938. They're buried inside here. So that's not a chapel, but rather a mausoleum. Now, we're going to point now towards the priest section in the great distance, and then you see a white crucifix with a statue on either side of it, and there's about 10 priests buried in that section back there. It's a very beautiful section to go to. I hope you go there and see what they're all about. And only some of the pastors are ones that served in the St. Holy Rosary Church. Others are not. And they just love the cemetery so much. They might have lived in one of those 7 communities that served this cemetery, which includes Hadley, Amherst, Belchtown, Sunderland, and so forth. Now, one more section to point out is there's a burial over there and a simple white limestone grave. And he died during the course of World War I. So remember that there's a lot of people in the cemetery that died due to wars themselves, either the injury or illnesses that they received. And of course, there's a lot of Polish veterans. They love to serve their new country. And so I hope you come to this cemetery and get a sense of what it's all about on your own. And I'll have maps and comments and pictures, including the podcast and these wonderful videos. Thank you.